around despite 39-11, but my Celtics lost to a very good Thunder team. I'm kidding, they're not good, but I needed something to salvage the fact that Boston lost. So no medal for Jalen either. Nick, who did it better?
Sorry, Jaylen Brown, but when you lose to a team that is actively trying to lose, you can't get a medal. Anthony Simons!
There you go.
Oh, my God, 9 straight threes to start the game. Why'd you shoot the 10th, Anthony? Y'all were winning anyway. 9 out of 10, 27 points, plus 42 in the plus-minus. Silver medalist, Giannis. Ho-hum, Giannis, nobody cares. 29, 12, and 8. There's another win, another great performance, but he won 2 MVPs, so now we're going to give it to Jokic, a clearly inferior player. Gold medalist, Luka! Luka, damn you Warriors for not competing harder. If you had, Luka might have had a 50-point trip dub. 39, 6, and 8 in 28 minutes. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at Luka Doncic, and look at this. I mean, what's this defense, guys? Come on, Warriors. What are you doing? What is Andrew Wiggins trying to attach to his hip? What are you doing? All right, so there it is. There's your medals for the day, Jenna.
Good stuff. Wilds, who came real close? Who missed it last night?
What? Well, after the show, Jenna, I'm going to take a formal petition down to the league office on behalf of Boban, the world's nicest human, or certainly top 5 nicest humans in the world, who received a flagrant 2 and was ejected last night. And look, the shot to the head, but it had no malice to it. It's just that Boban is gigantic and had a shot to the head. I do think that being super nice gets you a flagrant 1 and not a 2, so I'll be filing that with the commissioner's office shortly, Jenna.
Nice, but also gigantic. We got some breaking news to send your way. Antonio Brown's got a deal to return to Tampa Bay. What does it mean for Brady and the Bucs?
We can take our chances in the first round. We're playing with house money, so I think they're competitive in that regard. But if I'm Steph, I would love to see him play the final 5 years or so of his career trying to win championships. He's still obviously very much in his prime.
That's true.
So I think the question is going to become, does he move on? Especially if another super team, like if Brooklyn is healthy and emerges, right? Then somebody's got to build somebody to beat Brooklyn if indeed they stay healthy and look as good as we think they will.
That's the conversation right there. Last night just brought this conversation back to the forefront. Steph Curry needs to be calling LeBron James, your boy Nick. He needs to be calling him and saying, hey, buddy, you know, what are we doing this offseason? How can we make this happen? Look, if you've been watching all year, this shouldn't be a shocker, right? Like when Klay Thompson went down, everybody said, oh, it's over. Can Steph even lead the way? No, he can't. You just named the top 3 players. You said Steph Curry, Draymond, and Wiggins. That's their best 3 players. So, of course, they're going to be losing. They had one respectable run this year, and then they had the month of April, which really was just Steph's month where he just went insane. Outside of that, they are exactly what their records say they are. They're not a good team. So Steph Curry is the bigger conversation, Nick, where he needs to be looking at, you know what, I have a lot of juice. I'm maybe at the end of my prime or, you know, right there in my prime. So, you know, is there a situation that's better for me? I know you love, you know, the Bay Area. You're entrenched in the community there, in the business community as well. But, man, we want to see Steph Curry on the big stage, and I don't see that happening in the Bay, you know, moving forward.
And we're going to get the answer to that this offseason, because the reason he didn't sign the extension last offseason was there's more money and long-term for him this offseason. But if he doesn't sign the 4 years, $200 million they can offer him this offseason, then the Steph Curry watch begins. But I just want to say one more thing about where they're at. Like, I understood last year, KD leaves, Klay is going to be gone all year, then Steph breaks his hand, and they're like, you know what, screw it. There's a good chance to get a top pick. Our guys, after 5 straight trips to the finals, need some rest anyway. Let's reset. But that's not this year. To me, the Warriors this year are a snobbish team. It's somebody who... What's a good example? It's like somebody that talks down on Outback Steakhouse. Let me tell you something about Outback Steakhouse. It's delicious. It's awesome. Sides are great. The steaks are great. Now, is it Capital Grille? No, but it's really good. And you've got the Warriors who are like, oh, a 500 team and we're going to be the 7th seed. What's the point of that? Meanwhile, a team like Minnesota is like, God, they're not at Outback. They're at the food kitchen. And they're like, man, please let us come there. Bring us with you once. And I think you got fans of a lot of teams that are saying, y'all got spoiled by the run. And because of that, you can't appreciate what you currently have, which is a top 5 player in the league in his prime, and you're going to make the playoffs. And I just think it's unbecoming as a whole that this year they haven't been able to lock in, because guess what? I think they could throw a scare into Utah if they were locked in, but Jenna, they're clearly not locked in.
They are not locked in, which is why no one won one of your medals last